Butch Hartman here for Speech Bubble. I've got an amazing guest with me this week. His name is Rob Paulsen, also known as the voice of Carl on Jimmy Neutron.
Hi, welcome to Speech Bubble. You know what? I get chicks. Well, there are baby chickens, which is disturbing, but I get a lot of numbers. Anyway, watch Speech Bubble.
But going back to your podcast, so
yeah.
I love digressing with it. We could do this for 7 hours.
No, that's fine, and thank you.
So you're on you worked hard for 4 years, not making a dime, doing your own audio podcast, bringing your equipment, setting up your microphone, standing out in the rain when I wouldn't come out to talk to you.
Precisely.
As always, right?
I was standing outside a restaurant while you're eating, going
looking in the window. I'll be within a second, Rob. Yeah. Waiter, can we get that kid out of the window?
Please, Butch, may I have some more?
You have the fingers, the gloves with no fingers in them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But it's and then to have Nerdist call.
Yeah, and
now I would imagine they're paying you something now. Which is awesome.
And it's very generous. But the thing is that I was willing and able to kind of, as they say in Hollywood, it's kind of hackneyed, but it's true. You kind of reinvent yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm still doing my regular stuff.
Yep.
Working with all
That's
these great people.
That's even getting better now. You're back on Ninja Turtles again, the third iteration of it.
Right.
And now go ahead. Now talk about that. What are you doing now?
I'm now directing Ninja Turtles.
Look at that.
And they came to me.
Voice directing.
Voice directing.
Amazing.
But the thing, there's that old adage about work begats work. But I'll tell you what I learned, and I knew it was true because I'd experienced it, but I'd forgotten because I'd been working really steadily. I had another epiphany. This time when I was really down, going, oh man, the phone's not ringing, all that stuff you hear about from actors.
Yep.
So when I decided to take action, and honestly, you guys, I don't know that taking the action to work on my podcast was the secret, but any action.
Anything
that allows you to get back and remember what it is about your circumstance that drove you to come from 2,000 miles away or on the other side of the planet to be in Hollywood. Okay, great. You've reached this pinnacle. Hollywood doesn't need you, and it went away. So now what is it about this thing that you would do for free? Well, I have my friends like Butch, and I want to talk to them. And it turns out that if I shine a light on you and Lorraine and Tress and all these other people, Maurice, the audience goes, oh my God, I had no idea that Butch did this and this and this. I didn't know that Maurice LaMarche is the brain, but he also won back-to-back Emmys for his work on Futurama.
Amazing.
Are you kidding me?
Amazing.
I had no idea that Tress MacNeille has done 600 episodes of The Simpsons. Oh, and she's also Babs Bunny, and she's also Dot Warner, and she's also on VeggieTales, and she's also this and this and this. The audience ate it up.
Yeah.
But the secret was getting my passion back and getting my Jones back and taking the plunge to say, I'm going to just get going. Because you know what? Ain't nobody going to do it for me.
Thank you. And that's another thing, too.
And they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. And also, there's a famous actress that's out that just released, I won't say the name, but just released a YouTube video recently, begging for work. Begging for work.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right? Begging for work. And then I watched this video, and very well-known comedian person, but begging for work, and then in the video saying, well, so-and-so got someone a handpicked for them. No one ever did that for me. And it was all about this person, and they were whining, and they were really complaining. And it's like, lady, look, this isn't about what everyone can do for you. It's what you can do for yourself. And hey, how about you do something for others first? I know you step out and do something for others, it's always going to come back to you.
Yeah.
It's always going to come back. But what I got out of that video was a lot of selfishness.
Well, and I know you're
I'm not saying
about,
I'm not selfish
No,
either,
no.
you know.
And we all, look, nobody wants to... I certainly wouldn't want to be blacklisted or perceived as being blacklisted.
Exactly.
Or sometimes it's your own perception. And also, I'm responsible for everything I say or do. And now we are in an age where, whether you like it or not, everything I say on camera is forever.
That's true.
It's forever.
Forever.
And I have had...
Thank goodness the internet wasn't around when I was a kid.
Tell me about it.
Oh, God.
Listen, I
have very few little photos of myself when I was a kid, but I don't even want to see those photos.
And I have to say that I think by and large I've been a pretty decent guy. However, every now and then...
The last hour you have.
I have. I have had times when the camera has been on me at a Comic-Con, and I'll be doing a character voice, and I will say a 4-letter word, and I won't be telling a dirty joke, but I'm like, oh, well, that's out there. And now it's funny, and I get why it's funny.
Yeah.
Because there's something there is something irreverent about hearing a favorite voice say a dirty word. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was born at night, but not last night. I totally get that. However, I accept that. So if someday somebody says, hey, Rob, hi, it's Disney marketing, and you're doing a character for us now, and we just saw an interview in which you did the character voice and you used, the S word. If that happens again, you're done.
Yeah. And you're like, oh.
Totally accept that.
Yeah.
I totally do.
Yep.
So one has to be, in my view, responsible for their actions, and to the extent it causes you pain and suffering in your career, I mean, people are going to say, they're going to cover their CYA, right?
Got it. The situation with this actress, I was watching this and I was hoping for some sincerity in the video because I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I didn't sense any. And I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody.
No, I know you're not.
But I felt very bad for this person. And I didn't before. When all the stuff that's happened, I didn't feel bad at all. But then I saw this video and I felt bad that this person had to resort to this.
It is kind of pathetic.
Yeah, it is pathetic.
And it's difficult to look at that circumstance and not say, what did you expect?
Yeah.
Because this person is a Hollywood veteran.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a celebrity, man.
Neither am I.
And I know that I am responsible for what I say. And I'm also responsible for figuring out how to get back into the good graces of the people that hire me. I have friends, and you do too, who have been alcoholics, who have been drug addicts, and are on the program, who have burned bridges, and they come back and they figure it out. They say, I'm sorry, Rob. I want to make amends. I understand that I accept my responsibility, and I have done some real damage in this town. I want to save my career, and I'll be damned. They have.
Yep.
And good for them.
Yeah, there was a situation I had very recently with an actor on one of my shows, and this person, and it started slow, and then this person started missing sessions, and started then they'd miss sessions and not tell us in time.
Yeah.
Then they would lie about missing the sessions as to why they missed the sessions, and it got to the point it went on for 2 or 3 years, and I finally had to sit the person down and say, I hate to tell you this, but as much as I love you, and I want you to know I love you, you're my friend, but it comes down to now you're messing with me.
Business.
Thank you. Now you're messing with everybody else because everybody else is affected by this behavior. I'm going to have to make a change. And I hate to tell you this, but we're going to start those procedures now.
Yeah.
And this person straightened their act up.
Great.
It was amazing. Yeah.
And you never know that you may have saved that person's life.
Literally. If I would never take credit for that, but it'd be great.
But you never know. And that is really important, Butch, that people know that, because irrespective of what you do for a living, the world doesn't owe it to you.
No.
And I say this utterly understanding that I came from a relatively normal background. Both my parents were together. I don't know what it's like to go through the horror of a bad childhood, abusive,
divorce.
Yes, I have had a remarkably wonderful life. However, unfortunately, the world doesn't care at a certain point. People just don't care about what your circumstance is. They say, can you deliver? And as compassionate and empathic as you are, you even get to a point where you say, dude, I love you, and you know how much I love you. And everybody knows what kind of guy you are in Hollywood, Butch. But this is Viacom's money.
Yeah.
And it's not about whether or not this woman or this man has trouble with booze or whatever it is. It's about my job isn't getting done, and now my family is struggling.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can't deliver if you don't deliver.
Right. And by the way, and then that's another big lesson we're talking about here is no one is irreplaceable. Zero.
Thank you. If I die tomorrow, people, you'd say, thank God. But
would never. No, not on camera.
If I die tomorrow, people would say, oh, Rob was a pretty nice guy. Sure did some funny stuff. You know what? We better recast.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's I get it. It's not personal.
You see these blurbs on the news. It's like, so-and-so has just passed away. The actor was known for this, this, and this. And here's your holiday weather.
Next.
Yeah, here's your holiday weather. And you're like, whoa.
Right. It's called show business.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Like I just saw Justice League last night.
Yeah.
And that was like, Ben Affleck is like the 10th guy who played Batman.
Right.
It's like you have there's anybody is replaceable.
Right, and that's why I say, I get it. I can't draw them, and I don't write them. I am an actor. I'm good at my job, but the characters are famous, and I utterly get that distinction. Now, I'm working hard to make myself more famous and recognizable because it plays into how I can up my game to get more and better work, because Hollywood will always have a cachet associated with celebrity. And I accept that. Again, I'm not going to change Hollywood. It's not Hollywood's fault. It's the way it works. If a kid who has 5 million Twitter followers is going to be the next superstar voice guy, that's fine. That's the way Hollywood is trending. So I have to manipulate, or I can retire. I don't want to retire. So if I want to play, I have to change the way I operate, and I'm willing to accept that and move on.
Speech bubble.
Hey Heart fans, subscribe here to keep up with me, Danny, Timmy, Dudley, Bunsen, and the Noog Network, my new app full of cartoons, shows, and games. Download it here. Click over here to watch my most recent video, and here to start a playlist related to this video. Whoa, check out that awesome fan art. To be featured here, use hashtag HeartFanArt and tag me. I'm on every social media platform known to man. Cartoon Butch out. Pencil drop.